Hello, hi, how's it going? Hello, hi. We're playing more stuff. I suggest challenge room is a thing. What's challenge room? It's basically just interesting. All right. Challenges, interesting. Okay. So challenges are basically just other challenges. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. Let us continue. Day 297, a tape to remember. Let's continue. Day 297, a tape to remember. Anyways, hi. We're not quite breaking even, but we got a bit more money. You wake up. Uh, You wake up, still partly in shock from what you saw in the news last night. What you had to edit on the news last night. When you came downstairs, you find your family sat in the living room, waiting for you. Take a seat on the sofa next to Sam. Yeah. Jeremy, no! Well, that was what we had to edit. Sam swallows, hesitating before starting. We were so worried for you. We were so worried about you last night. After Jeremy, everything that happened, Sam shakes their head. I wonder what they'll do with him now. Are you okay? Lock him up, probably. Can't shake the feeling he might be right. I mean, yeah. You mean he didn't shoot himself? You mean he didn't shoot himself? I thought he shot himself. But okay. Sam glances at Charlie, then back to you. We saw that you chose to play that tape. They pause before continuing. I can't help but wonder why. See the right thing to do. Didn't feel like I had a choice. I mean, true. I mean, either way, I think you did the right thing. I mean, it was a crazy situation, but it was the right thing to play the tape. Charlie says quietly. And realize how much his support would mean to you. It's good to have your son on your side. Thanks, son. Thanks, son. For what it's worth, Alex, I think you were in an impossible situation, and you somehow managed to make the right call. Sam throws their arms around you. Only you were stuck in that studio having to make that choice. No one can criticize what you did, and I'm proud of you. You've never been so grateful to have Sam support you. Yay. Take a deep breath and gather your thoughts. That's a lot to take in. You're not sure you fully processed what happened last night, let alone what Charlie and Sam think of it all. You smile wearily at your family. You're exhausted. Yay. You don't know how worried you were about it. But as Charlie makes a stupid joke and you all laugh, you feel the tremendous tension break. Sam rubs your back and tells him to flick the TV on. You couldn't ask for better. Yay! Family. Day 305. A rebel is born. A muffled thud wakes you and Sam up in the middle of the night, and it takes you a few seconds to realize it came from the kitchen. You tentatively make your way downstairs, grabbing an umbrella from near the front door. More for comfort than as an actual weapon, you slowly push open the kitchen door. You lift the umbrella halfway above your head before you realize it's Charlie stumbling around the dark. One of the kitchen chairs has been knocked over, and he's up to his elbow in a box of cereal when he looks up and sees you standing in the doorway. Your worry turning into a mixture of curiosity and anger. What the hell are you doing crashing around this time of night? Your son sheepishly slurs that he was out with some friends and there were a few beers. As he sways on his feet, the strong smell of alcohol wafting from him tells you there were more than a few. You think it's a good idea to be wasting your Saturday nights getting drunk with these mates of yours? He sighs and just stares at the floor. Look, you can tell me or I can go get Sam and the three of us can talk about it. He starts at the hard tone and looks up at you with a defiant glare. We're not wasting our nights. What we're doing is important. We're helping disrupt, make a difference. Oh, go right ahead. Oh, go right ahead then. Oh, in that case, go right ahead. He slams the cereal box onto the table in what you're sure was meant to be a grand gesture, but the puff of sugary frosted flakes undermines the effect. You're 15. Go to bed, Charlie. Sleep it up. Oh, you're 15. Yeah, that's not super great then. He's 15. Charlie chuckles, shaking his head and leaving without a word. Not the reaction you expected. You remember when you used to go to the park together and you'd push him on the swings. Now he's going there for rallies. God, you're old. Hopefully he doesn't wake Sam on his way to bed. For his sake. Yeah. There's 365. Oh, it's been a whole year. Oh man, it's been a whole year now. A holiday update. Just as you're finishing up breakfast, Sam comes in with the post. We've got a postcard from Susie. I hope she's having fun on her trip. She reads it aloud as you finish getting ready for work. How long is her trip anyway? How long is her trip? I feel like she's been gone for like for most of our time. She's like been gone for months. So I've seen what feels like most of Urkistan. Really cool place, but so cold. Hope Chippy enjoyed the gift. And before you say anything, you're right to make me pack the extra pair of socks. Sam gives you a small kick under the table. Next, we got the train to Konislava. Much warmer, and loads of beaches to enjoy. Could have stayed there forever, but we had to head to San Palmerino before it got too cold. I'm so glad we did. Probably got 1 or 2 more stops before heading home. But I'll be back in time for Christmas. Promise. Hope everyone's doing well. Love, Susie. Sounds like it's been a hell of a trip. Worth every penny. Yay! Yay! Well, good thing, because I know she's having fun. Day 371. Back to work. Alright, back to work. So what's gonna happen now? The 20-week war. Oh yeah, we're still at war, aren't we? What the hell? Oh. New equipment.
We're expecting those troublemakers at Disrupt who attempt to hack the channel during the broadcast, so keep an eye on the interference screen and stay out of the orange. Let's keep the news on the air. It's important.
Okay.
Now more than ever.
A nutritious meal out of a can of condensed
We got a new soundboard. We got a new sound desk.
So, Julia's team have asked me to ask you to keep it light.
What does that mean?
It means to do that thing you do where you turn politicians into humans. Just don't get
So we have a sound. Looks like we have a soundboard now.
in general,
They
really.
do know this is the news, don't they?
You didn't hear this from me,
Gets over
but
to Patrick Bannon for all the day's sports board highlights, including all the tabletop action.
apparently there's a crew at Team HQ right now. Each singing speech was made tonight. They'll get it on the late news.
It's our nightly
Watch out for hackers trying to hack the news. I guess
episode at 9:25 by our unsettling
for hacker mans.
Sounds just like him, you know.
which tells the court
Watch out for hacker mans. Oh right, the tapes. Right. Ads. Gotta load ads.
at 11:25. It's inside.
Sure.
Tonight, Dr. Adrian Atkinson Blimey will be getting his teeth into Fiona from Humble Bambleberry.
Sure. Why not?
10 seconds, everybody.
Twist on the humble biscuit, and that takes us
Gotta load the ads.
Going in 5,
to our close down.
4,
4,
3,
It's
2.
time to join Megan and the team for the National Night.
Good evening. This is the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Wolf. It's the 140th day of war. Our main headlines tonight. Company of Heroes. Skirmishes on land.
That's a
and sea
game.
again today as
Company
our
of Heroes
armed
is a
forces
game.
Tested the mettle of the World Council's illegal blockade. Advance's strategy of multiple small-scale incursions into the disputed zone is certainly keeping the enemy on high alert, unable to work out where or when the next strike will come. Proud parents throughout the territory find themselves ever more impressed by the bravery and commitment of their incredible children and the job they're doing keeping supply lines open against all possible odds.
Yay, war.
Don't starve. Advanced
Don't starve.
program
That's-
moved from
that-
strength
that-
to strength
don't
today
starve.
as
That's a
rationing
game.
depots were opened in the last remaining unfed areas of the territory. The rationing depots have been constructed in record time, and the government's agricultural coordination strategy has seen shelves restocked with increasing regularity.
I guess we want
And judging
more
by the
food.
looks on this
We
happy
want good.
family's faces, it can't come a moment too soon. They'll be getting a good meal.
Yay,
tonight from the
rations.
government, just like the rest of us.
Yay.
7 days to die.
Hey, that's a game.
Decision to allow those with long-term
Wait, these are all names of games.
transition centers has today been declared an overwhelming success. Previously available only to those in their
Company
final
of
years,
Heroes,
the extension
Don't
of the
Starve,
service has
7
been
Days to
met
Die, those are all
by
games.
many organizations calling for it to be opened up to the wider community. The transition centres have reported larger than expected numbers, but report that they are coping well and able
I wasn't
to
paying
provide
attention to
a
what the
complete
headline
and
was.
affordable service to all who choose to use it.
Yay.
More
Populous.
than 11% of the population have thus far failed to register for a team membership card. A worrying statistic given that the cards are a legal requirement from midnight tonight.
Oh.
It's up to the other 89% of us to remind our tardy friends that not taking advantage of all the exclusive services available to cardholders is now, as it should be, absolutely
Oh,
criminal.
great. Now it's
Starting
required.
up,
Of course.
Disrupt spokesman Alan James held an impromptu rally today
Alan
in the northern city of
James.
Mankipur. Large crowds gathered to hear the band speaker prove Disrupt are still able to capture the public's imagination. A representative from the Mankipur Community Cohesion Team described the event as mostly peaceful. But it looks like Disrupt aren't going quietly into the night.
Okay.
And finally tonight, our mutual friend. Bail was denied in the High Court today for shamed former National Nightly News
Oh, he's
anchor
alive.
Jeremy
So he is
Bentham.
alive.
The
Jeremy.
presenter will be transferred to new lodgings at Penton Ridge Prison, while the lengthy preparations for his trial, which is still 18 months away, begin.
Jeremy.
Following his very public breakdown on this programme 10 weeks ago, the once loved presenter was disarmed and taken into custody by the Community Cohesion Team. Let's hope doctors can help the once great man. But first tonight, with the war about to enter its 21st week, I'll be chatting with Peter Clement live in an exclusive team talk from
Okay.
his home in Landfordshire. Don't go away. You won't want to miss a second of tonight's National Nightly News.
Oh no, interference. Interference. Ugh, they're fine. Stop moving!
Later in the programme, I'm thrilled to say I'll be chatting with mega pop star Lil C, who's going to be treating us to a world premiere
All right.
of her new single.
We're good.
And then after that, in
Pop
part
star,
three,
huh?
We've got something new I promise you won't want to miss. But first tonight, let's check in with Prime Minister Peter Clement, who's coming to us through the magic of television all the way from his home in Landfordshire. Are you receiving me, Prime Minister? Are you receiving
Loud
me,
and
Prime
clear,
Minister?
Miss Wolf. Loud and clear.
Well, let's start with the obvious. What's that in your hand, Prime Minister?
Cheeky cow. But yeah, it's true. 75 days without an alcoholic drink, and I've got to say, I'm beginning to feel the benefits.
Oh boy.
Well, I made a promise to Mrs. C, and as my old man used to say,
A promise is worth keeping.
something like that, only with assholes.
So, I've heard from my sources that you and the illustrious Mrs. C plan to take your winter break somewhere a little different this year.
That's right. We're planning a walking holiday right here in the territories, which is different for us because,
Okay.
like you, Megan, I've always been a big fan of those warm foreign beaches.
Did you make this decision because of the blockade, Prime Minister?
Well, no, that's a good question. Well, as you know, while the blockade has effectively restricted the flow of goods into the country, we and our neighbours have continued to allow unimpeded travel for business leaders, ministers and such. So, although me and the missus could theoretically go to that gorgeous beach I just mentioned, it just doesn't smell much like team spirit to me. After all, as the old man used to say, when life gives you shite, make shite pie.
It works just as well with lemons and lemonade.
Make shite pie.
Lemons and lemonade. Prime Minister, maintaining a healthy body like yours at a time of national crisis must require some demanding planning. What's your regime and how do you go about it all?
Well, the truth be told, it's all down to Claude, my infinitely patient
Claude.
personal trainer. He's a man with a plan. I'm just the prat.
Claude, huh?
On that very subject, how are you and Mrs. C handling living on rations?
Well, let me tell you, Megan, back in the 50s, when I worked for you backstage for your Patrick Brannan's dad, did you know I did that?
I think everyone knows that.
I did that. Well, what you probably didn't know was that Graham Bannon was a right tightwad, paid the bare bloody minimum and still found every possible excuse he could to dock your pay even further.
Yay!
But he once docked me a whole fiver for having an unacceptably smelly lunchbox type bastard. Anyway, what I'm saying is back then I ate a lot less than I am now, even under rationing. We all did. And let's face it, there are still plenty of people in this country who could afford to lose a little bit of weight.
Hi, Morgan. How's it going?
Implying? No, but seriously, Prime Minister, we know you're very busy, but one final question.
Oh, go on then.
When you get home from a long day, your head full of the territory's hopes and fears, what music do you listen to when you work out to take your mind off things?
Music, huh? You good? Yay.
Fuddy-duddy. But I'd be lying if I didn't say there's something about Little C that just...
Little C?
Attention.
Well, let's hope you stay watching, Prime Minister, because she is going to be talking and performing live after the break.
Yay.
I'll be watching.
30 seconds to break.
The old man used to
30
say,
seconds until ads. Until ad break.
"Boring Friday with nothing but the wind up your shun."
It's Wednesday, Prime Minister.
It's Wednesday.
Peter Clement, thank you for joining me. I don't know about you at home, but I think there's something kind of inspirational there.
Yay.
When we come back, Lil C is going to be giving us the debut performance of her new single, and I'll be getting to meet her.
Oh, man.
As her biggest
Oh,
fan.
boy.
I don't mind telling you.
Oh, hell yeah.
Don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back.
Ad.
Was that even news?
Was that even news? Nope.
Asking what his favourite number is.
Oh, I must have forgotten that in all the excitement.
I'm assuming it's not vodka. What do you think's actually in that milk? I reckon it's the tears of his enemies.
Probably.
One disturbed individual.
Probably. Yay. You got an A. Nice. It's like we're not getting anything special, so we're just sitting here through the ad. Oh, there we go.
Automated mixing desk.
Uh-huh.
We'll need the new buttons during the next sections.
Oh boy.
First, we'll need applause when the guest
Oh boy.
enters.
Time for a soundboard.
Song. Don't worry, I'll walk you through it when we get there.
Okay. Soundboard. Yay. Yay, Cat Jam. Why is your butt burnt raw? What?
I've never heard of her before. She any good?
Yay.
My kids go mad to the ongoing military blockade. Some destinations may differ from those
Colin,
pursued in
you've
the
got
South Pacific,
kids.
as the cruise now mainly takes place around Sydney.
6 or 7. What? He's got kid? He got 6 or 7 kids? What? Alright, back.
Thanks for coming back. Later, we have an exciting new feature that we just know you're going to love, so stay tuned for that. But first, I'm really excited for our next guest. She rose to prominence as the delightful Susie May in All My Daughter's Children's Men, before taking the music industry by storm this year with her debut album, Smashing the Chart Records, at the age of just
You said now.
20.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
give it up and welcome Lil C.
Yay! Clap.
May I just say, you look incredible.
Oh, thanks, Dave. I'm doing this new regime and it really does work.
What's the regime?
And my manager suggested it to me. It basically involves bathing in like cabbage water, then having the leaves sucked out of you while you sleep.
Wow, is that healthy?
Well, look at me, Meg. The leaves are my only nourishment.
Yay.
Certainly are. Now, you'll have to forgive me, but I'm somewhat of a super fan, so I'm sorry if I get a bit starstruck.
Oh, bless you. I've never actually heard of you before, so if you do get a little tongue-tied, I can always...
Not too early. Definitely.
Oh, that's good to know.
Rhythm game,
So your
yay.
first album, F My Face Together. It
F
hit
My
shelves
Face
this
Together.
summer and it just exploded. I mean, what's that like for you?
Bonkers, just so weird. I was in all the papers and the magazines. Overnight, I went from that like annoying little girl from that show to that like sexy little girl from that show.
Wow, that must have been bizarre.
Not really. It was just like any other morning. You know, get up at 5, go on a 4-mile run, have 3 meetings on my cabbage bath, but then only then was my dad actually talking to me.
Oh, of course, you're the famed country singer, Billy Bob Jeanshort. I didn't know you'd been estranged.
There's nothing that strange about it, Megan. Okay, yes, he may believe that aliens told him to hate women, but there really isn't anything to prove that he's wrong.
Uh-huh. Okay then.
This newfound explosion into your popularity. I mean, did that change your life?
Well, start wearing
Okay then.
like nice underwear, you know, for the paparazzi. But as the manager says, best to make the most of it before I'm 30.
Uh-huh.
Right. So what's the album about?
So I thought it was about like how pretty and great I am, but actually it's about monetizing youth, I think, or about like promoting an unrealistic standard of beauty or something.
Your manager again.
Yeah, he says insecurity is an opportunity.
Oh, do you think he'd be happy with you telling us all this?
Telling you all what? It really doesn't matter what I say here. I'll do my dancing and then this part will all be forgotten about.
Yep, you're right.
Well, yeah, I mean,
You're right.
Some of those famous dance moves very shortly because you're going to be performing your new single, aren't you?
Yeah, it's from my album Put It
Yep.
In My A Together and it's out tomorrow.
So soon.
Oh, man.
Last one.
Oh yeah, I've actually released 2 albums since lunchtime and a clothing line during this interview.
Oh, man.
So this is called Cry for Help and it's going to be in
Oh, God.
high street and retailer shops. And it's
I'm gonna pay attention.
out now. So girlies, you know what to do. Scream and cry until somebody gets it for you.
Ooh, there she goes. Blimey.
Blimey.
All these projects, they're keeping you very busy, aren't they? It must be tough.
Yeah, it can get tough and I hate it sometimes and I hate myself. I just want to like cry into a bath of root veg. But then I think
Root veg, what?
girls would do anything to be me, so I must be quite lucky.
You know you don't have to do this, though, don't you?
Yeah, I do think that sometimes. Most nights between like my 4th vodka and the 8th time a stranger slaps me around the arse. I think things could have been different, you know, like better. But I don't know.
You're fine.
Doing autographs and having somebody dress me and tell me what to wear.
Did you always want to do music?
Well, ever since I was a little girl, I did. I'd sit in front of the radio, and as soon as my favourite girl
Loud
came on,
incorrect
I'd
buzzer.
record on my cassette. But then my dad would come in and tell me to turn it off and to go back upstairs and start practicing again.
Sorry, is your dad your manager?
Yeah, which can be tough. And
Oh,
sometimes when it gets
that's
really
rough.
hard, he'll say, "Make Cragler proud, and you might just survive childbirth."
Yay.
Well, you know what, despite anything, you'll make me proud.
Oh, if only your opinion was as valuable as his.
And on that positive note,
Yay.
soon, aren't you? Tell me about it.
So it's called These Babies Gonna Bring You Home, and I actually got sent the lyrics in the car on the way up here. You know what? It's actually alright. And don't worry, all my work is team approved.
Yay.
Then, well, you can go and get ready for that. We'll see you in a little bit. It was a very specific type of pleasure to chat to her, and I just can't wait to hear this. Oh, so here is Wilson with an exclusive first performance of her new track, These Babies Gonna Bring You Home. Take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Forces the queen of team, here to break in your blockades. Lil C.
Oh baby, can't you see I'm hungry? There's a place in me that's empty. I want that meat you're packing, only you can fill that crack in me. I'm under siege, so come and free me. Ain't no disruption here, boy, I got no agenda. Just want the team and me, no dirty foreign member. Don't stop your morning drill, there's holes in me that ain't been filled yet. I only scream this loud when you do your country proud. I ain't no vicar's daughter, common Spanish on my border. Quick before I get much action. So come and break my sanctions. I've been this wild and free since Mama burdened me. She was only 53, but gave to save her family.
Whoa.
There's no one judging me if I'm the one that's in your fantasy. Don't die alone, these babies gonna bring you home. I ain't no vicar's daughter, come and skirmish on my border. Quick before I get much older, tie me down and pour me like an enemy soldier. An enemy soldier. So what if Peter Clemens boys can come and use me as a toy and flip me over, grab my hair, rip off my clothes and down from there. I wanna see some action, so come and break my sanctions.
What is going on here? Yay!
Well, if
What was
doesn't
that?
distract you from the world outside, I don't know what will. I'd like
That
to
was an
thank
interesting.
people.
That was an interesting dance. That was an interesting performance.
Finally be revealing the new segment of our show that we just know you're going to love.
Yay.
We'll be back right after this. And we're out.
At time. Interesting.
Can I just say, thank you so much for letting me do this. It really means a lot to me, you know.
Yeah.
To be able to promote myself on such a mainstream platform like the news.
Well, don't worry about it. And you know what? Good luck for the future. Take care of yourself. This industry can be crazy sometimes. Watch out for that father of yours, won't you?
Oh, no. I manage myself. It's just, you know, for the public to have that certain perspective. You know what it's like.
Oh, right.
And Michael? Michael?
What about Billy Bob Jeanshaw? Is he?
Oh, my dad. He's such a sweetheart. We both have the same agency.
Yay.
Both of us for our image together.
Wow.
And
Oh, boy.
Michael, I want to see the revenue share for the clothing line and get me a G&T before my meeting with the lube guys. If they say for your pleasure, I'm going to start needing it.
Oh boy. Oh boy, fun. Fun times.
I hope you've got your head around these sound effects, Alex, because you'll need all 4 buttons for the next section.
Oh boy.
Each time they light up, listen to the actors and try and pick the most appropriate effect.
Okay.
Can't hear your choices, so let's not upset them when they watch it back later.
Okay.
Like the sort of person who counts things. No, not anymore. I'm better than that now. I'll tell you what, just keep adding flowers until it feels like 12. Got it?
Sure.
Absolutely, right away. 10 seconds.
All right.
5, 4.
Yay.
Thanks for joining us for part 3. We've been teasing you about our new feature all night, and now the wait is finally over. I can reveal that every night on the show, we'll be treated to an episode of an informative and hilarious new segment called The Notice Board.
Notice
It stars
board.
some top talent, and we're very excited about it. But before we see it, let's have a quick chat with the writer, director, and phenomenon, may I say, Jeff Algebra, guys.
Actually, I've dropped the algebra.
Clap.
Go by Jeff DePloon now. How'd you like that?
Oh, yeah, very fancy. I suppose you need a new name now that you're a successful artiste.
Well, exactly. I'm earning enough to pay taxes now.
Yay.
And how does Angela feel about all this?
Who?
Your wife. Your wife.
Oh, God, no.
No.
No, she's long gone. No, she was holding me back. I'm with Norm now.
Oh, hell yeah.
Married last month.
Norm de Plume.
Norm.
And why did you?
Yay, Norm.
What was your inspiration?
Oh, well, I received a telephone call offering me 25 grand to write a pro-team sitcom. And
Oh,
I heard
man.
my father's voice. It said, Jeff, you listen here, boy.
Yes.
You make hay while the sun shines. You wring every penny you can get out of this. So I wheeled him down to the transition centre, got out my typewriter and started clacking.
Interesting.
Utter shite.
And without further ado, let's give it up for the notice board.
Yay! Clap! Clap! Clap!
Good morning, Miss Craven.
Oh, morning, Ray.
Morning, Ray.
All right, Mrs. Craven. You look as worried as the vicar in closing time.
They've vandalised my shop again.
No!
Written all sorts of obscene language and crude pictures, and I know it's those damn youths.
Boo!
At closing time.
I'm just worried they won't ever become productive members
Yay!
of the team. What if they never see the error of their ways and end up as social outcasts, such as shoplifters or bong rats?
Don't worry, Mrs. Craven. This is a very supportive community, and I'm sure that in time,
Gasp.
they will fit into this society like this key into this lock.
Yay!
See? Works like a charm.
Yay! Clap!
And just like that, we can unlock their future.
Yes, yes. Wow!
Wow!
Look at all the letters in my collection today.
Clap!
Oh, I think that one's addressed to me.
What?
This one?
Oh!
Oh no.
So you're right. Oh, so you're right. Here it is.
It's a letter from my granddaughter, Brenda.
Brenda.
She says she got an A on her maths exam because one of her
Yay!
friends wasn't helping her.
Yay.
She was always a team player, was our Brenda.
Clap!
Losers! What's up, losers?
Huh?
Oh! No!
Did I forget? Did I miss the sound effect? I think I did. Not Brad!
Coolest guy in the village.
That's right. I just got here on my motorbike.
Clear off, Brad.
Yeah, Brad. No, not Brad.
Rad dudes.
No, ruffians.
Ruffians?
You come to
Ruffians?
tag the notice board with your gang signs.
No way. I've actually
Boo!
resume on that notice board. I'm looking to do some tutoring after school.
What did you say to you?
Clap!
That's right. Maths is very important. Would you mind, Greg? Would you mind, Greg?
Not at all. Not at all.
He's still stuck. He's stuck.
So you, a young person, have been
He's still
spending
stuck.
your time helping others and not just urinating on churches or huffing glue?
Hey, I haven't huffed glue for months.
Well, blow me down!
You know what? We misjudged you based on how young and cool you are and not on your actions.
No doy.
Yay!
You who vandalised my shop last night or called me a rancid old crone from the back of it, Chopper?
No way. It can't have been me. I was too busy helping my friend Brenda with her maths homework.
Could you speak up there? I thought for a minute there that you said Brenda.
Brenda?
I did, you daft old sow.
Did you hear that, Ray?
Oh, yes, what a wonderful surprise. I now respect you as a man.
Put her there, Ray.
Yay!
Oh, what the heck? Give us a hug.
Oh, what's going on? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What happened? What happened? Oh, what happened? Why is there an earthquake? What happened? What happened? Earthquake? The power's out. Oh, what happened? What happened? What happened?
Sorry to interrupt the first groundbreaking episode of the Notice Board.
What happened?
But, we are receiving some breaking news.
What happened?
I'm being told we are picking up reports from across the continent of what appear to be.
Oh God. Oh no.
What appear to be nuclear explosions.
Nuclear explosions? What?
Cities. Initial estimates put the
Nukes? Who's nukes? Really?
into millions.
Why are we getting nukes?
Some power shortages as a result, so apologies.
What?
Apologies for the interruption. And apparently we can go
Nukes?
live now to team headquarters for an emergency broadcast from Prime Minister Julia Salisbury any moment.
Okay.
Yes, let's go to that now. Yes, let's go to that now.
Good evening, citizens and leaders of the world. Minutes ago, operatives working for Advanced detonated nuclear explosives simultaneously in 4 major cities across the continent.
What? Why?
We have similar devices in 50
What? Bruh.
urban centers. And will not hesitate to detonate
Yep.
them
What?
if our conditions
Nuke?
are not met in
Bruh.
and without delay.
Bruh. What? Nuke?
The people
You
of
straight
our
up nuked
territory will
people.
no longer tolerate your illegal and genocidal
Yes, let's,
You are to remove it immediately. We will accept nothing less than your unconditional surrender. Your territories will be taken under our...
Well, that escalated quickly. Just
We will
immediate.
install replacement governments to ensure that your citizens become part of the new future.
Bruh.
Your borders are now our borders.
Bruh.
Your people are our people. They will finally be fed and clothed and educated and healed. But for your privileged few, the moment that they feared is now upon them.
Bruh.
Allow me to be crystal clear. If you fire a single shot at our territory, or harm a single one,
Maybe I should use the hacked. Should put the broadcast into the hacked.
further devices.
Into the hacked thing.
You will not find them. Though no doubt you are already searching for them. Our technology is decades ahead of yours.
Sure about that?
We will expect your complete acceptance of our terms by midnight tonight. Thank you.
Bruh.
Thank you.
Bruh.
I don't really talk about my personal life in my job. It's not relevant or important.
I'm sure put the hacked thing.
So many of you may be surprised
The
to
hacked
learn
broadcast
that
through.
I have a brother. His name is David. And right now I can't get his stupid face out of my head. He's a researcher and he's currently travelling the continent for work.
Well.
I don't continent for work. And I don't
That
know
escalated
where he is
quickly.
right now. I don't know where he is right now. And I should imagine that there are many of you sitting at home tonight digesting this news, and you also have loved ones on the continent. You also have in Urkistan or Havia or San Palmerino or Konislava, which is where David was when I last spoke to him 3 days ago. So when I tell you, I know how you are feeling tonight. Believe me, I do. But I also know that there's a flow to events. I see it every day here. I know that although tonight it feels like we may be in a time of fear and darkness, we may actually be at the break of a new dawn. We don't know that yet. We can't know that yet. But
Yeah, we definitely do not know that.
we will find out. And I will be here every night, feeling what you are feeling. And with your help, maybe we can all get to that brave new world. My name's Megan Wolf. Let's make tomorrow better.
And we're out.
Yay.
I've got people ringing around, but the telephone networks are overloaded.
Hi, I'm
We'll find him.
Do we know exactly which cities were hit? Or
Megan,
The blockade around your country has left people
we will
struggling
find
to
him.
find just the basics. So where on earth are you supposed to go for the other essentials?
Wow.
The things that make
That was something.
life worth living.
That was something. They just... Wow. Nukes! Yay! Yippee! Nukes! Alright then. Get an A+ for 3 different broadcasts. Yay! All offensive words are censored. Interference-free show. For edit, I always get the... Disrupt was silenced. Maybe I should have let Disrupt through. But yay, nuke! Yay! W! I got a generous bonus. Do I have money now? Technically not negative. Let's go! Let's go. I have money. Let's go. I have money now. Hell yeah. Alright then. Alright then. Yay. A proportionate response. The rest of your shift passes in a blur, with the same words echoing around and around your head. Operatives working for advanced detonated nuclear explosives. Initial estimates put the death toll into the millions. Did this really just happen? Seems like it. Yeah, it seems like they just nuked a bunch of people. That's fine. You pull into the driveway with no memory of the journey home. Light in the front room is still on. Clearly someone else is still awake. The door creaks open into the living room. You find Sam sitting on the sofa staring at the TV. The screen is off, but they're clearly lost in thought. You take a seat beside them and put a reassuring hand on their shoulder. They don't look at you, but they do reach out to take your hand in theirs. Now you're closer. You can see Sam's face more clearly. You see a look you've never seen before. Chris and Susie. They're both... I know. What do we do? What the hell can we do? The bastards killed Chris and Susie and millions of others. All because of their fucking war. Which we never asked for. Where there should be tears, there's only fire. Pure raw fury. They're manic now. I hate them, Alex. I know you've always supported Advance, but after this, they're monsters. I need to know that you understand that, and we're not going to help them anymore. Nothing can justify. Yeah, nothing can really justify them nuking a bunch of people. Relief spreads over Sam's face like a wave. They collapse against you, clutching tightly. Clearly this was weighing heavily on them. I'm not sure you've even processed it all fully yet, but at least you'll get through it together. Yay! Final farewell. The last week has passed in a blur. A rush of things to do, but all immediately forgotten, your memory clouded by a dark fog. 9 days since the so-called Liberation Night and the beginning of Advance's new future. You weren't in the first ones at church today. You were staggered by the number of people who have come to mourn with you. everyone is here for the same reason, sharing the same pain, the same sense of loss. It's written all over their faces, much as it would be yours. You step away from everyone else, needing space to gather your thoughts. Your little girl, Susie, and Chris too, both just gone. Sam has said little since that evening, clearly still in shock. Not that you could blame them, you haven't been much better. Sam appears, silent, and squeezes your hand tightly in an act of desperation seeking comfort. You squeeze back. Some small piece of you can't help but wonder, are you partly to blame? These scars will not fade quickly. There haven't even been coffins to bury. Yeah. Oh. Zoom! Jeez! Time to... Wow, okay, just... like a whole year time skip? Okay. Time skip of an entire year. There's a whole 1 year time skip. Okay. Okay then. Old! It's a seemingly ordinary morning, but as you get into work, you find a small crowd gathered in the break room. When you go in to grab your first cup of tea for the day, you can't help but overhear some excited chatter. Didn't hear? Yeah, another one's gone missing. What's that bring the total up to now? I think it should be over 100 at this point. They won't all have been reported or noticed yet. What happened? What happened? An excited young woman turns to you and begins to explain. Another professor went missing from Queensview University. With all the other different disappearances over the last year, scientists, doctors, researchers... She paused before lowering her voice. It's clearly disrupt targeting people speaking out against them. I've even heard advanced struck to prevent further. A deep familiar voice from behind you interrupts. What exactly is going on here? Oh, is that Bozeman? The boss? Silence overtakes the room and you all turn and use towards the doorway. Bozeman clears his voice before continuing. I've told you before, I don't want to hear about these so-called disappearances. Come on now, people. Advance has been very clear that they are nothing to worry about. Which means they're not our problem. Unless you start classing cappuccinos as intellectual, I don't think anyone here is anything to worry about. Let's get back to work. Bozeman holds up a hand to keep you as everyone else files out of the room. Look, between you, me, and this leave it alone malarkey comes from up high. This leave it alone malarkey comes out from on high. It's out of my hands. So I would appreciate it if you would refrain from talking about it further. And make sure the news is in line with that school of thought, yes? He gives Izzy a pat on the arm and a smile before leaving to carry on with whatever it is he does during the workday. For better or worse, public ownership is now in full swing. Yay. Oh, another big time skip. Big time skip, yay. Another half a year goes by. Spark to light the flames. Oh, that's on fire. That building's on fire. Everything's on fire, yay! You're surprised to find Sam in bed next to you when you wake up. They must have gotten very late last night from drinks with the folks from school. You decide to let them sleep in and enjoy a lazy Sunday morning. With the house quiet, you decide to bring some breakfast into the living room to watch some TV while you eat. This is breaking news. Reports are coming in from across the country that large swaths of farmland went up in flames last night as part of what authorities are calling a heinous and well-planned act of terrorism by the group known as Disrupt. You drop your spoons in the porridge and turn up the volume. Damn, this lower dump. Yeah, suddenly lower dump. Everything's on fire! In addition to food stores, which government sources have said will put a strain on the universal menu centers countrywide, a number of CCO and civic buildings were targeted in last night's attack. According to Prime Minister Julia Salisbury, specific prisons and re-education and betterment facilities were raided, and a small selection of problematic and potentially dangerous individuals were forcibly extracted from lawful custody. So, political prisoners, basically. You hold your breath, waiting to hear if anyone got hurt. Fortunately, the CCOs were well prepared for an event like this, and Disrupt appeared to be disorganized in comparison. While there were a limited number of fatalities, These were entirely comprised of disrupt terrorists, with only 3 CCOs reported injured in the various conflicts across the country. A significant amount of disrupt activists were arrested and incarcerated, awaiting transfer to a betterment center. More on this story as it develops. Go turn off the TV. Something catches your eye before you do. Footage at one of the crime scenes has been looping around, the smoking shell of a CCO building. A very distinctive lighter. They're clearly from Urkistan. It's too small all to make out clearly, but there's definitely an engraving on it. Charlie. Chippy's lighter. You leap off the sofa and run to Charlie's room, taking the stairs 3 at a time. Opening the door, you find the bed made, the room empty. It takes a second to realize that the ringing in your ears is actually the phone from downstairs. You hear the beep of the answer machine clicking to life. This is a message for Alex Winston. We tried reaching out to Sam Winston, but there was no answer at that number. I'm calling in regard to your son, Charles. Please, could you return this call as soon as you snatch up the receipt? Hello, you said you have news about Charlie? Alex Winston? This is Tom Bradley's. God damn. Tom Bradley? I'm a CCO. I'm afraid I have some bad news. We have a reason to believe your son was involved in the events of last night. He was found at the site of a suspected arson attack on CCO property. A number of individuals refused to cooperate with authorities present, and after the situation became hostile, our officers were forced to defend themselves. Unfortunately, Mr. Winston sustained a serious head injury, and despite best efforts to treat him, he was pronounced dead on the spot, on the scene. The phone slips from your hand. The sharp crack as it hits the floor seems distant. Pronounced dead. Oh no. Charlie. No, everyone is dead. Everyone dead. Oh boy. Oh boy. Everyone is dead now. The Uprising. Day 912. A year and a half since Liberation Night.
Can you hear me? Alex?
Mosh?
This is Alan James.
Alan James?
The revolution starts tonight, Alex, and to be frank...
Oh, look at the airplane.
Help. I know you've never been that
Airplane.
sympathetic to our cause, but since the bombs... Well, you've seen what happened. They have to be stopped, Alex.
You're right.
You know it in your heart, and tonight... Well, it might be our very last chance. Play our tape at the second break.
Okay.
It's on your right. And please, when I hack in, let my message reach the people just once, just tonight.
Okay.
Before advance can't be stopped.
Okay.
He's a wanted criminal, Colin.
So's my nan, but she never misses her birthday.
Your grandmother's on the run, Colin.
Yeah. Armed robbery, resisting arrest.
Okay.
Side of the same bloke. She's right.
Who put this walkie here?
I hope he's alright though.
Who put this walkie here?
Your brother was fine.
Going in 10 seconds, everybody.
Wonder what they're doing.
Annoying him, probably.
Not probably, definitely.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. This is the National Nightly News broadcasting across the territories. My name is Megan Wolf. Our top stories tonight. Future legend. It's been 40 days since Disrupt conducted multiple attacks across the territories. During the coordinated action, subsequently dubbed the Night of Fire, emergency services were kept busy at the agricultural centres, while a series of covert attacks were carried out freeing political prisoners, including former newsman Jeremy Donaldson. The disgraced former journalist was obviously considered a value target by Disrupt, who had often championed him as a possible new voice for their cause. We encourage you to turn yourself into the CCOs, Jeremy, if you can, wherever you are right now. Food, glorious food. With the last of the menu centres opening in territories 5, 8 and 14 today, Advance confirmed that the programme is now in full operation, providing free food for every citizen of the new future. What started as rationing during the 20-week war has blossomed into a social contract that is the envy of the unawakened world. Jack
Box.
Trafkapants, spokesman for the menu centres, said today
That's a
that
lot of canned
while they
food.
can guarantee the contents of every box is nutritious, the actual quality of the meals you cook depends on whether you have a touch of Chef Jordan Rankley or
Jordan
the culinary
Rankley.
skills of a professional
Ah.
footballer.
Jordan Rankley.
Record happiness levels
My
have been
favorite
reported today
chef.
across the territories. As more and more former countries join the new future, a survey carried out by scientists at Queensview University reveals a stunning fall in depression, self-harm and suicides, especially in those territories which have historically faced the most unjust of divisions. According to the professors, the binominal trajectories of the Bézier
There's a
distribution show
lot of stuff on that chart that. What is this chart? There's just so much on it. There's just so much on this chart.
In conjunction with the vowels variation, we can clearly see that things are looking mathematically
What?
good for Julia Salisbury and Advance.
Sure.
Something's coming. Unsubstantiated rumours here in Territory
Sure.
1 of armed protests tonight by increasingly desperate to disrupt terrorists. Despite the best efforts by the government, the self-styled resistance movement has continued to carry out a series of ever more extreme attacks.
What is this image?
When asked about Disrupt's future plans, inexplicably popular spokesman Alan James answered, "You won't have to wait long to find out." Thanks, Alan. Opaque as always.
Yay.
The stories we've been reporting on reached their revelatory conclusions today. Firstly, driver Flard bargain. Capitalising on the global success of Die Flard.
These are the same.
Transformative CEO.
These images are both the same. These are the same image.
To the First United Church of Flard.
Flard.
Sophia, who quit her role as CEO of Remington's Fist to take up the role of High Flard Mistress, said the idea
Hell yeah.
in a vision.
My favorite religion.
I
Lard.
went deep in Blunderclatch when I felt something unexpectedly flawed. A surprising ending there for Sophia Remington after a turbulent 2.5 years running a company. Wrong, but not forgotten. The scientific community today remembers the loss of the many celebrated academics who lost their lives in a rash escape from Dante's Taint 1 year ago.
Oh,
The costly voyage led by David Wong
they
was
escaped.
recklessly hasty, and while a handful of survivors made it home, the casualties were considerable. Among the dead were noted prize-winning marine biologist Ingrid Svorsborg-Horgensvoord and a bunch of other nerds. They will be
Not the nerds.
Man on. Footballer Johnny Handsleeves and his new wife Tiffany Lamore.
These are the same image.
The team was 1-0 up at full time, which apparently means that they're having a baby.
Yay.
By tabloid controversy, Johnny seems to be settling well into family life, calling this latest news the ultimate golden goal. If a golden goal also peed on you.
Yay.
Plus, we'll be taking a trip to Dangley Parts for the notice board. As
Dangley Parts.
Well as at the hottest ticket in town. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Today is the day we take back control. Soon it will be time for you to help us again. Come out of your houses, block the traffic, bring the capital to a standstill. I've met so many of you in my travels up and down Territory 1. You always ask the same question. How can I help? Well, this is how. And as for when, you'll know. Keep watching.
But first, 500 days after
Yay.
the death of a fine leader and a great man, the start of tonight's programme is dedicated to remembering and celebrating the life of Peter Clement. Patrick Bannon is
Oh, is he
live
dead?
in Parliament Park, where Julia Salisbury will be breaking ground on what will soon be a memorial garden in Peter's honour.
Is he dead?
Listening to that old bitch lying through her teeth about missing that poor bastard.
Patrick,
I don't know what I'm going to do.
we're live.
Because I'm not being funny. Things were better with Peter, weren't they?
Patrick?
They were, and I don't mind saying it. They were, because he held her back. But now there's no stopping her.
Hello, Patrick, we're
Of
live.
course, can't say that, can I?
Patrick.
No, not with public ownership. No, with public ownership, you can't say anything these days. She's lost it, mate. She's completely off the rocker. I heard from an aide that... Hello, Megan. You join me here live from the what?
From the what? What?
Oh.
Oh.
Lost some signal there for a moment. Well,
Yep.
we're going live.
It's fine.
That groundbreaking ceremony just as
It's
soon as we
fine.
get back. Meanwhile, let me just say, I think the memorial gardens are going to be gorgeous. I've had a sneak peek at the designs, and Alana Marsh has done a fabulous job. Oh, okay, all right. It seems like we have got the signal back. We can now go live to Patrick Bannon in Parliament Park. Patrick.
That's not Patrick.
Thank you.
Megan.
That's not Patrick.
I'm Megan. Patrick Bannon, and
That's not Patrick. Right. Uh-huh.
apologies for the technical difficulties there. but
Who are you?
Now, Julia Salisbury will step out on stage behind me.
Alex, Bozeman here. The boys in editing have just informed me that the eulogy footage isn't fully cut together yet. You're going to have to do it on the fly.
Great.
For goodness sake, make sure you make him look good.
Slowly gathering
No promises.
This is Alan. You can undermine them here and help us win hearts and minds. Make him look bad, Alex. Really bad.
Okay. Okay.
And it seems like the ceremony is getting underway. Here is Prime Minister Julia Salisbury, the picture of elegance, to begin her address.
Good evening, fellow teammates and friends. 500 days ago, all of our lives changed irrevocably. Still reeling from the triumphs and tribulations of Liberation Night, another great loss befell the people of these newly united territories. The loss of a leader, a statesman, a dear friend, and a hero. Peter Gordon Clement.
Peter's death at the age of just 62, of course, announced by the team on the 24th of December, just 6 weeks after Liberation Night.
Born to a working-class family on a housing estate in Rotherham, Peter first trained as a carpenter before getting his start on television. First moving and building sets,
Yay.
and then developing into the personality that we all knew and loved so much.
Just the Job first hit our screens over 25 years ago, running for 11 series, winning multiple awards, and charming audiences up and down the country.
Peter taught us, all of us, not to be content with the way things are, not to accept inequities.
Why did they even send the bad footage anyways?
He also taught us what it took to fight them. Courage, integrity, empathy, and hard bloody graft.
Across a career spanning 3 decades, Peter Clement was known for shows including Wake Up, It's Saturday, and much later, late-night chat show PT, which at its peak drew millions of viewers.
Peter was by no means a saint. Trust me, he once told me he had more regrets than he'd had stolen dinners.
Yay.
Turn of phrase. But it speaks to the strength of his character that he chose to share with us his mistakes alongside his achievements, his faults as well as his talents.
Yay.
Peter had the heart to give it all he had for the people of these united territories.
Hey.
Famous for his potty mouth, it's estimated conservatively that Peter Clement uttered over 1.5 million swear words during his career. Although some sources put this figure well in excess of 2 million F-bombs alone.
2 million F-bombs, oh hell yeah.
Gripped by illness as he was in the weeks and months leading up to Liberation Night, he wasn't the man we loved. But his eyes still twinkled with that familiar joy for life, that spark of wit and wisdom of a life lived for others.
Yay.
Clement, of course, died from apparent liver failure after suffering from the long-term effects of alcohol abuse.
I first met Peter nearly 20 years ago. Moments before I was supposed to give a speech. Not unlike this one, actually. Only I'd spilt coffee all down myself. And I was young, nervous, desperate to be liked. And from behind me, I heard, "Christ, Pet, you've either pissed your kecks or sprung a leak, but either way, you got a problem." And before I could even say a word, he stripped off his dry trousers and insisted I took them. That was the sort of man that Peter Clement was. Kind, compassionate, sensitive,
Drink.
brilliant thinker, a natural leader, but mostly a good man.
Sure.
This glorious nation of ours, so...
Wait, is it 1985? Did it say 1985?
Thank you, Alex.
Yay.
Another opportunity to steer public perception soon. It's really starting. You'll know when.
Okay.
Accomplishments, the future he forged, the
If you say so.
boundaries he pushed, the boundaries he pushed. To me, he'll always be the man in his pants cheering on a stranger at the back of the conference. It is my great honour to give to you the Peter Clement Memorial Garden.
Yay!
Should we see if we can get a countdown going? Everyone with me? 10,
9, 8.
7.
Now, Alex, control the message.
I'm not leaving, I can't! I'm not leaving!
Yeah!
Don't panic! Help us! Don't panic! You're hurting me!
Well, stop resisting then. Stop resisting and we'll let you up.
Not resisting! Ah!
What are you doing?
Not resisting! You'll stop! Not resisting!
Turn the camera off! National Night News, we have the right to be here. I said turn the fucking camera off! I said who the fuck are you?
Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear anything.
Medics are coming, you sit down.
No, I can't hear. Nightly news.
Well, then you can consider this payback. Salisbury's still here.
Is that Patrick? Is that Patrick?
Julius Salisbury! You were guilty of the murder of more than 10 million people! Justice demands a response!
Haven't you done enough? Look around you!
Fucking
This is
time.
what your precious freedom looks like, is it?
Ah. Well, this escalated quickly. This escalated very quickly.
This is a kill.
Medic!
It was unnecessary. Can't you see?
Will you turn that off, please, sir? I said, please turn that off. Please turn that off.
Shocking scene to me.
Is this not enough? You've just seen them execute unarmed civilians. People like you and me. So why are you watching this? Why are you not in the streets with us tonight? What will it take for you to get up and be a part of this? March on team headquarters, storm the building, demand elections, demand answers. Be what you were born to be, the once and future free.
That means by now. Don't go away. We'll be back after this. We'll be back after this.
Alex, it's starting to work. People are coming out.
Yay!
What's the exclusive into exclusive?
Becoming a
With
weekly
strong
event.
limited collection. The joy of privilege is the only
This is
weekly
the big one.
collectible that isn't
Great.
afraid to
There's a
discriminate.
revolution happening outside, and we're off
Simply
to
send in your birth
fucking
certificate,
park.
a lock of hair, and a
journalism,
cassette tape of
apparently.
yourself speaking.
We get set for the next sequence.
And you too could
Yay! Bozeman's not gonna be happy, but eh. But we're fine.
Better way to celebrate and to go back to where it all started. Unnecessary collection.
Yay!
Magazines.
Join today and you could receive a private education, an unbearable sense of entitlement, and your own little initials. And if you call now, you'll also get this.
Alex, during this next section,
A plus,
cameraman
yay.
working in the newsroom, who's one of us, is going to get a coded location out. We don't know yet which camera he's on, but if we find out, I'll let you know.
Alright.
Just keep your eyes out for the fist and try and keep it on the air for at least 5 seconds.
Okay.
Our operatives will do the rest.
Okay.
You really can't afford to wait, even though you really
Megan, this is your new makeup artist, Craig.
No.
What?
No.
10 seconds, everybody. Sorry, Craig.
Uh,
Okay, we are
sorry,
going in
Craig.
5,
For
4,
Craig.
3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News with me, Megan Wolf. Very shortly, we'll be heading on over to the final episode of what has quickly become a hugely successful feature, The Notice Board. But before we do, let's chat with Philippa Radin. Tell me, why do you think the public love the Notice Board so much?
It's real. There, I said it. It connects with people. You know, people look at us and they say, those are real people struggling with real problems.
That's a really interesting point.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying to my PA secretary as I got out the limo, I was saying, it's good for people
Mhm.
to see normal, authentic people like them on TV.
People like you.
Yeah, precisely. Unfortunately,
Normal,
I was
right.
interrupted by some dreadful wretch who wanted an autograph, but a swift kicking from security soon put him back in line.
Uh-huh.
Yes, well, I think it's really good that our screens are filled with such relatable stories.
So relatable.
And after a sensational time at the top, what do you think has made this show so successful?
It's a combination of so many things. My hard work, my talent, my look.
Wow, you really have a lot to thank you for.
Hey. You're welcome.
We've just heard our man's on camera fall.
Okay.
I have a real sense of responsibility now.
Get back to the interview, Alex.
With something precious, and that I should use that platform for good.
I think it's really important that we should use this platform.
All right, that's good enough. That should be good enough.
I agree.
That's exactly it. So I've decided to help as many.
Excellent work, Alex. That's the location shared. Next, you'll need to give them the go.
Is that better access to education or reducing child poverty?
No, by adopting as many as I can get my hands on.
Okay. Okay then.
Okay. How many children have you adopted?
Oh, we're well into the double figures now, Megan. I stopped counting in the late 30s.
Uh-huh.
That is a lot of children.
Yeah, once we finish putting them into the guest room, I'll have to put a futon in the laundry cupboard.
Oh, you really are some sort of hero.
Hey,
Mhm.
I live a privileged life. What can I say? I mean, any child I can take on is a child rescued from suffering.
Poor children. Were their lives
Poor children.
Oh, they're Normans, I presume so.
Okay.
I hear booms outside the window.
Only 1 in 10,000 children have a celebrity parent.
I'd never thought of it that way
And
before.
I'm doing everything I can to fix those numbers.
What do you think it is about your life that's so desirable then?
Well, it's mainly shame and panic interspersed with expensive bottled water. So, actually, if anyone wants to, I'd happily trade.
Now that I can relate to. Right, you better go off and get ready. That was Philippa Radin sharing some thoughts about her lifestyle. I think it's really important to stay grounded and keep everything in perspective. Clearly, not everyone else agrees, but that's enough from me. Let's go now over to Dangly Parts for the final ever episode of the Notice Board.
Dangly parts, huh?
What a day! First the tea morning, and now to post this notice. I don't know how I managed to cope with it all. Oh wait, perhaps I do.
He's got a flask in his cross.
Oh! By St. Barnabas, what on earth is all this?
Freeze, dirtbag!
Oh, Laura, it's you. I thought for a moment you were a knife-wielding mugger or stabber.
No, I'm afraid not.
Boo.
It's me, a community cohesion officer, responsible for keeping crime at record lows.
Yay.
Forgetting that thanks to you and your colleagues, violence on our streets is a thing of the past.
What's all this, Vicar?
I know! It's a disgrace.
What a disgrace.
I'm not going to lie, Alex. It's a hard fight. But we've got the location out, and now we need you to give our people the go code. For the next 3 sound effects, 3 boos in a row. 3 boos, Alex.
3 boos, okay.
They don't call me the Right Reverend. Ripped for no reason.
Yes!
1 boo. Someone followed. Thank you for the follow. Mex Hussey, thank you for the follow. Welcome. How's it going?
Those crucifix classes were a waste of time.
Boo.
A young CCO would be able to.
2. How's it going? Content warning for this game, by the way. But how's it going? I'm doing okay.
Looks like all those lifting classes were a waste of time.
Boo!
You did it, Alex. We're good to go.
Charge!
Did someone call for the best firefighter in town?
Yay!
Well done, Captain Evans. You're so much stronger.
Captain Evans.
Especially me, the weak old man.
It's the least I could do for my community.
Boom. Yay!
No luck catching the little devil then?
Unfortunately not. The ferrets struck
Boom.
again last night. When Ray opened the post office this morning, he found that every single stamp had been pre-licked.
Some people have no decency.
Sadly, if we don't catch him before tomorrow, we may have to cancel the village fete.
No, not. No, no.
No. Laura, tell
Boom.
me, why do they call him the ferret?
The ferret.
Some say it's because of his sneaky nature.
This is my first playthrough, yes.
Because whenever he strikes, he always leaves behind the foul stench of urine.
Urine.
Never fear, officer. We'll catch this pissy nuisance and save the village fate. Or my name's not Captain Danger Evans.
Yay!
Their best, but they simply don't have the smarts to solve this mystery. But I know someone who does. Someone who's about to blow this thing wide open. Me! Blackout!
It's the morning of the village.
Ah.
It's thanks to the theatrical convention.
I sure hope everything goes to plan. Oh, look!
Urine.
There's Mrs. Craven setting up her cake stall.
And look, there's the motorcycle display.
Yay.
Setting up for a show.
Urine.
Far too expensive for live television.
I'm going to set up the coconut shy. What are you doing, Vicar?
The what?
First, I'm running the tombola. Then I'll be selling forgiveness for money.
Judging the jams?
I
Laugh.
couldn't possibly.
Oh, that sounded like Mrs. Craven. Looks like someone sucked all the jam out of her donut.
Not the donut.
Whatever are we to do?
Although I'm very competent, I have no idea how to solve this case.
I guess we'll just have to cancel the fate.
Not the fate.
There. Ferret.
Ferret.
Me? Have you been drinking from the fire extinguishers again?
Not you.
I existed for the Splatoon DLC. Yes.
Admit it. You wanted the village fete cancelled so you could have the day off, didn't you?
I already have to work.
I definitely exist.
2 days a week.
How did you know?
Well, my first clue was the smell.
Yes, I do smell of urine.
Not the urine.
His tongue was particularly dry, almost as if
What?
he'd been licking thousands and thousands of stamps.
Or
What?
perhaps eating
How do you know that his tongue is dry?
baking.
The vicar said that he had no more room.
Yeah, am I excited? Yeah, I'm excited. Of course I'm excited.
Precisely.
But you managed to figure it all out from that?
Well,
Kissed him a second ago. That's how. You're not understandable.
at the scene.
That proves nothing.
Get him out of here, officer.
No.
Did it, Captain? You could say you ferreted
Boom.
him out.
Let's have a party in my massive garden.
Not the wicker.
Thanks to you, we're all doing well.
Yay!
That was it, the final ever episode of the Notice Board, and what a way to end it. Thank you as always to Jeff, Philippa and Tom.
Yippee.
After the break, we'll be both dancing and learning, so don't change that channel. We'll be right back.
That's the ads.
Ad.
Well done, everybody.
Ad time.
What a brilliant run, eh? After party at my place, eh?
Yay.
This, Alex. Remember parsing it for broadcast. I think you made a mistake there.
Yeah, sorry. Just a small mistake. Don't worry about it, Bozeman.
Hey, you! You coming to the after party?
And how progressive their policies are.
Who's this guy?
Well, I was wrong.
Oh.
And I'm here tonight.
Oh, is he the...
I'm sorry.
Is he the cameraman?
One last push, Alex. We're closing.
Yay, ads. E. I got an E. Let's go, E.
Censor on our behalf. If you do it right, the final
Yeah, just a small mistake.
we'll get 3 chances. Get at least 2 of them right, and we're gonna win this thing.
Okay.
It's happening, Alex. Tonight we take it back.
Okay. What was the what do you want me to do?
Over the years, my
It said we have 3 chances and you have to get 2 out of 3. Wait, what was I supposed to, what did he want me to do? I wasn't paying attention. I hope he wasn't telling me what I had to do that time.
I was glad to see the
I wasn't listening. Understood.
I didn't see how backwards advance were. I didn't understand
Boom.
that rather than tearing down the wealth creators, we should have been helping everyone else to take a seat at their table.
Censor the orange. But orange. But war is orange. Hello, how's it going? Welcome.
We are infantilized by Advance's naive policies.
Censor the orange.
Sorry, Mum, I'm really not supposed to say.
Are we safe?
Hi, I'm Maddie. Johnny just said to ask if you need a touch-up.
I have hauled myself out to the media to defend.
That's
the
my shade, is it?
Yeah.
This is
I
my
have
shade?
betrayed my parents. I see that now. Mum, Dad,
You can run back to
I'm
Jenny now.
sorry.
No.
Our only hope.
Sorry about that, Sarah. Nothing you
The
can tell me.
only hope.
At all, at all.
They've said no one's died,
Now
that's all I can
lies.
say.
10 seconds.
What's wrong with you?
She is in tears. Going in 5, 4.
Yay.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later in this segment, we're hoping to be able to go back to Patrick Bannon at the scene of tonight's shocking Disrupt attack. But first, I'm delighted to be joined by the cast of the smash hit musical everyone is talking about. I'll be speaking with the cast in a moment, but first, let's take a look at them in action. Please give a warm National Nightly welcome to the Novaries.
Yay.
Hello? Doctor?
Doctor.
Thank you for letting me.
Yeah.
I have a decent life. I'm a happy, loving wife. And my job is well paid and fulfilling. I have a husband, John. He's due home soon, won't be long. And I have to tell him something that is absolutely chilling. We share coffee in the morning and we make love every day. We take time alone together to talk and laugh and play. We prioritize our needs. We do charitable deeds. But the flowers of a happy life are now beset by weeds.
I'm home.
Oh, darling John. Oh, dearest John. There's something very wrong. I've just had a conversation with our doctor, David Wong, so please be seated. This news will make you feel defeated. The scans revealed a lump.
You poor unlucky chump. Is it cancer?
Worse, oh, John. We're having a baby.
How can this be?
Oh, woe is me.
Why has this happened to me? I always wear 2 condoms for the maximum of
Safety in our tiny flat. We built a peaceful habitat. Now our lives are fucked. We're having a baby. Now you can't have any wine at book club.
And there won't be any time for foot rubs.
Now your hair will stink of weed.
And you'll start to disagree.
And forget about that holiday in Territory 3. No more waking up at 10:30. In fact, you're never going to get a good night's sleep again. No more snap decisions to go on to a club. You'll be lucky if you even make it out to the pub. Why can't we be more like our gay and lesbian chums?
The only glue they have to deal with comes from personal bums.
Now when
You're right.
The parasite won't leave you alone.
We're
and strife. We got a childless life. No one wails and no one walls. No one draws things on the walls. A happy husband, a wonderful wife.
Yeah.
We got a childless life. We're having a baby. We're having a baby. Changing nappies daily. We're having a baby. No more weekends by the coast. Now your kid is uppermost. It's more than a passing craze to have childless days. We're having a baby and drink thrown everywhere. Death trap toys at the top of the stairs. Every parent prays to have childless babies. We're having a baby. No more stars and no more. We're having a baby. 18 years on bills and leaves. Time for a whole new phase. We're having a baby. One more thing before the show begins. Have you considered that you might be having twins?
No.
Amazing. The Memories there, treating us to their opening number from Energy for a Childless Life, which is currently the hottest ticket in the Capital Theatre District. And we'll be touring the territories later this year.
First, it's the song of Jesus Get True.
Let's go, don't be shy. Hello.
Yay.
It's an honour to be here. Oh, really? Are you fans of the show? Used to be.
Used to be.
Listen, let's get stuck in. Your amazing
Boom.
musical. Now, I mean, not only do you perform this show every single night,
With matinees on Wednesday and Saturday.
right, but you're also the show's creators, am I right?
Not two babies. Oh no.
But no, it's very much a team effort. Oh, that's fantastic. How are we doing?
I thought the best song in the game was Mr. Bear. What's over there? I'm Jack.
Pleasure to be here.
Jennifer Borum Woodley.
Hello, I'm John Satley.
I'm John.
Be in the business.
Hi, I'm John.
My name's Jill with a J.
And I'm
With a J.
I'm the youngest.
Jill with a J.
Incredible. And you were all friends previously. I mean, what a coincidence, right?
Yay.
With your names beginning with a J.
Oh my goodness,
Oh.
guys.
Stuff is going on outside. Yeah, true. You're right.
Because you haven't typed them out 1,000 times?
You knew? Why didn't you say anything?
I thought we all knew. It's bloody obvious, isn't it? I just thought we were doing a funny thing where we never mentioned it. And I believe as well as being friends, you're also couples.
Oh.
In real life as well as in the show.
Brr, brr.
Not exactly.
I'm not married to him. I'm with Janet.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Jim and I are married.
4 fabulous years.
Well, that must make for some confusion in the rehearsal.
Hell yeah.
In the first draft, Jen decided that Jack would play Jen, I would play Jack, Jen Janet, Jill Jen.
Oh boy, that's confusing. That's not confusing at all.
What about John?
Well, my character was originally just called Man 1.
Man 1.
It was very confusing.
Not for a professional.
Too much doing and throwing.
Gnashing and wailing.
And gin and tonic.
Which is less truthful.
Hear booyah from outside. Hell yeah.
To go into the wrong dressing rooms.
Oh god, yeah, that would be very embarrassing, wouldn't it? Of course, when I first wrote it, we were only meant to run for a few nights at the Memley Village Hall, but when I registered it with the Department for Culture, it caught the eye of someone high up, and before you could say overnight sensation, we were transferring to the capital!
Overnight sensation.
Roller coaster, really. I'm only 19. I'm the youngest.
You really don't have to repeat that.
I had to give up my job as a mortuary technician.
Oh.
Had to move to the capital.
I love that job.
I love that job. Okay then. Huh, interesting. A mortuary technician, huh?
This piece isn't.
Stand by, Alex. Censor the orange.
Censor the orange, okay.
And why you shouldn't have them.
What?
In a way, I guess it is political, with a small p. After all, we are a solid unit, and eagle-eyed audience members will see we nod our heads to advance on stage throughout, and we target the messaging at women aged 22, well, about 35, as they're the most likely to be afflicted by this terrible problem. Terrible problem.
Having children.
Oh no, not children!
This isn't about me. Of course, we see that there are advantages to a family unit, but eagle-eyed couples watch as the little parasites advance on their lives. And there's no time to play the guitar, get through a book, or watch a movie. They're exhausted, passed out on the couch by 20 to 9, for God's sake.
You're very chatty tonight, dear.
Usually I'm the chatty one. Because
You're the youngest, we know. It's not a badge of honour, Janet.
Janet, please, Jennifer.
Boo, children!
Got you back.
So could you just tell us what is the play about? What happens in it? Well, go ahead.
It's a tragedy, obviously. Jennifer, myself, and John have their child, and then the story charts the downfall of their hopes and dreams.
And there's lots of singing.
And dancing.
A lot.
My character works at a menu centre for a distribution unit. Eagle-eyed, she sees her friend's rapid advance to a pit of despair. Becoming a target for children's TV advertising at the age of 22, she decides to take drastic action. I can't really say more, though. I probably said too much already.
Let's not spoil the second.
Yeah, you definitely said too much. Yeah, definitely.
Should be, all of you. For too long, we've been told that a life without children
So
is
much
something
beep.
incomplete, that children are a blessing. Well, I've done the research, and they're not. Besides, there's already loads of bastards running around all over the place, so...
We just want people to have the option of a
The
happy,
bastards.
child-free life without stigma. You know, when I was 14, before I had come out, I had an experience with a girl called J.
Ah, girl! Ah!
Experiment, I guess, you know, the chance to dip my toes into the...
Meeting. Well, thank you all so much for coming in tonight. I really hope you keep them dancing in the aisles for many performances to come. The Novaries there.
Yay!
Now go back to
Clap.
Bannon to get the latest from the scene of tonight's horrific events. Patrick, are you okay?
Thank you,
Patrick?
Megan.
Hi, Patrick.
It's Patrick Bannon reporting from the scene of tonight's devastating and symbolic attack tonight this evening. An attack which I myself have found myself caught up in. I'm still a little dazed and a little deaf, Megan. So I hope you'll forgive me if I seem that it's time to speak with the Prime Minister. Mrs. Salisbury, that's you. You're still here. The Prime Minister.
I couldn't leave. Not when there were people that needed help. Any team player would have done the same. I don't deserve praise for being human.
Wee woo, wee woo.
Here. Or Palisades. Or Lemonade.
Or lemonade.
So, is the situation now...
Turn jam or red ink.
Yes. The
Sure,
security
yeah,
forces
definitely,
perform
sure.
their duties without hesitation. And I would like to assure the public that although there have been some injuries, there were no civilian deaths here this evening.
Are you sure about that?
News about the Sorry, did you say no death?
That's right. No
How,
civilians.
what about those people over there?
Just the four disrupt terrorists curtailed by law enforcement who were, as
Ooh,
always,
boom.
so cohesive. If I may, I have a message for your viewers.
Of course, the camera. There's the camera. Speak there, on the camera there. Speak there, on the camera.
Stay at home tonight. Stay at home. Do not become another casualty of war. Disrupt have had their moment,
Patrick's brain is dying.
but,
True.
as the dear departed Peter Clements once famously said, it ends today.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Thank you for those strong words of strength. Back to the studio. Megan, now in the studio with Megan Wolf now.
Patrick Bannon there, bravely reporting from the front line of tonight's...
Thanks, Patrick. Oh, boom.
Well, that brings us to the end of tonight's National Night News, but before we go, tonight's National Night News...
victory is in sight, my friends. You have mobilized. You have come together.
Alan James.
From our agents at the television networks, risking arrest and getting those words.
Alan James, my beloved.
Thousands gathering at Fade team headquarters. As I speak, we are turning the tide, and it is time for change. Tonight we topple their regime, and we also silence their mouthpiece, Channel 1. Time to wake up.
Out from the shadows.
What? Oh, okay. Wait, I'm right here. Wait, I'm here.
Have been actioned, and well, it's pretty scary out there tonight. So stay at home and stay with Channel 1 because the team has assured.
Wait, I'm at Channel 1.
That the turbulence will
Yeah, Alan James. Oh, boom.
again focus our minds on building the new
Bert.
future.
Oh, boom. Bert.
My name is Megan Wolf. Let's make
Damn it, Alex. Tonight is the beginning of the fall of the France.
Yay! Fighter jet. Oh. Bye, fighter jet. The shooting game, yes. Okay, boom. Oh, there goes the tower. Timber! Oh, timber. Helicopters. Those look like little birds. Up there. Oh! Helicopters. Chinook. Little birds, Chinooks. Oh, that's a lot of helicopters. Oh, that's a lot of helicopters. Oh, that's a lot of helicopters. Oh, that's... Yeah, that dude brought the entire army. No more broadcast. They brought the entire army here. Jeez. They just brought the entire army there. That's fine. Yippee! Alan, no! With the successful quote unquote successful. I can still hear the shooting. Why can I still hear the shooting? Disrupt destroyed the Channel 1 broadcast tower. Fans anger. Disrupt was silenced. What? Disrupt ruined the broadcast. Wait, Disrupt silenced? Oh, I'm confused. I'm confused. What? Were they? Did they ruin the broadcast or were they silenced? What? Both. Yeah, that was a very successful. Yes, and understandable. I got my full wages. Yay. Oh man, I got yo money. I got yo money. I actually have money. Amazing. So what happened? Yay, money. What happens now? Disrupt hacks. Uprising pre-roll. Jeremy's escape. Oh, that's a pre-roll? I can watch Jeremy's escape.
So what?
How's he doing?
How should I know?
What, you haven't heard from him?
He's a wanted criminal, Colin.
So's my nan.
Can gamble more, yay.
Your grandmother's on the run, Colin.
Yeah. Armed robbery, resisting arrest, double homicide of the same bloke. She's right laugh.
Thanks, Grandma.
I hope he's alright, though.
No, he's got this far, and your brother was fine. Going in 10 seconds, everybody. I wonder what they're doing to him.
Annoying him, probably.
Not probably, definitely. Going in 5, 4, 3.
No, I'm not gonna play that. Let's just continue. What happens? So what happens now? The tower is destroyed, and everyone is, and the army. They send the entire army raided. They sent the entire army. Why does Bozeman have a bust? A straight up bust, like not a bust statue, just like a bust statue. Who arrived at work a little early despite a stressful journey in. Bust man. You still aren't quite sure of everything that happened, though. If you swarm the CCOs, the swarm of CCOs all over the buildings, anything go by. This isn't just a Channel 1 matter. This is confirmed when you are informed you need to speak to Bozeman immediately and are escorted to his office. Oh boy. I'm sure this is gonna go great. A few minutes later, the boss man arrives, disheveled and with a stern-looking CCO in tow. Ah yes, Winston, good. This is Specialist Ables. She will be observing this interview. Please come inside and take a seat. The ready-faced man bustles into the office and leaves the door open for you to follow. A few times you've been here before, it was immaculate, with everything in its proper place. Not so today. Must be serious for Bozeman to be this flustered. So, Alex, do you know why you're here today? Bozeman's eyes are sharp. Don't get caught now. His gaze is fixed on your face from across the desk. Ables is standing behind you, out of sight, but definitely not out of mind. Why am I here today? I'm just here. I'm just here, man. I assume it has to do with what happened with Disrupt last night. What happened last night was nothing short of the culmination of a heinous and outrageous campaign of terror that Disrupt have been reaping on this nation and its territories. Bozeman shoots a glance behind you to your left, where your CCO observer is standing. And it is, of course, our duty to root out this lot, wherever we find it, to prevent anything like last night from happening again. I've been asked by Advanced to perform interviews with all staff members involved, and will be submitting a personal review of your performance during both the incident in question and throughout your time here. Did I get rid of that walkie-talkie? Did we get rid of that walkie-talkie after what happened? I hope we got rid of the walkie-talkie, because that's definitely evidence. And the tape. Get rid of the walkie and the tape. Yeah, it's fine. He shoots you a quick smile. Don't worry, it'll all be fine. Arranging some papers, Bozeman clears his throat and begins. Obviously, a lot happened last night, and I have a number of interviews to conduct today, so I'd rather none of them take any longer than necessary. Please be brief, concise, and clear in your answers. You nod. Start at the beginning of the broadcast and work our way through. After the attack at the memorial, you seem to have portrayed the terrorists in a quite sympathetic light. Why? The news is our job. Yeah. Of course, with everything in flux, you wanted to show what would happen next. I'm certain you did the best you could, Alex. You always do. Bozeman scribbles some notes down, the noise of his pen scratching into the notepad, punctuated only by the constant tick-tock of his ornate clock. Hopefully the sign suit. During the broadcast, we noticed something a little odd about a particular camera choice. It was while everyone else was talking. Oh, where I put you recognize this? The leaflet noseboard is on the desk in front of you. Yeah, I just assumed it was just. I just assumed it was part of the set. Yeah, that makes sense. You are responsible for maintaining the set. You can only assume what's there is meant to be. After all, get the feeling that at least some of the above was for the benefit of the CCO in the room. Thank you, Alex, and for Abel's benefit. You're so loyal. Yeah, definitely. Right. So one thing we noted during the finale of the notice board, you seem to play an odd choice of sound effects, like relatively early on. You're second last, but for all that you chose to play booze. Art is subjective. I felt out they were most appropriate choices. Yeah, art is subjective. It's art. I'm an artist, you know? I'm an artist. Well, of course. Obviously, we want on all of our shows here to be, at Channel 1, to be as successful as possible. We allow our staff a significant degree of autonomy. I'm sure no one would try to fault you for simply having a different sense of humor. Yeah. Bozeman is frowning as he writes this, clearly not convinced by his own words. Maybe he likes you more than you thought? How many other people will he interview? Bozeman took out a pair of glasses and placed them somewhat delicately on the end of his nose. Then the portly man leaned forward to examine his notes in detail. Now, obviously, we expect the odd bit of interference here and there, unavoidable. However, interference is not the same as terrorist propaganda, which again to explain how quite so much of their messaging found its way onto the airwaves. Honestly, honestly, the machine is just, you understand, basement. The machine is the machine is just kind of garbage. It's visibly more attentive, awaiting your boss's response. Certainly, either through the accidents happened, with the various stresses of last night's broadcast, I don't think anyone could regard you for a slight drop in attention. Smiles warmly at you as Abels returns to their passive stance. Right, yeah. A loud creak breaks the growing silence as Bozeman leans back in his chair. The tape of that poor Miss Brightman. Why'd you play it? Help me understand. Why'd play that tape? As you met his gaze, you're almost surprised to see an earnest concern in the old man's eyes. Okay, this is the... I was worried that what they might do if I didn't play it. You watch as Bozeman slowly cleans his glasses before answering. At the end of the day, you chose to do it, Alex. I don't know if I had to have done the same in your shoes, but I think it's clear enough that you thought it was the right thing to do, and that's all we can ask of you. He clears his throat and leans forward again. A smile once again. I believe that's all I had for you anyhow. Thank God it's over. I think that's all the information we need for now. Thank you. Could you have the room, please? The last this last is to the CCO, who begrudgingly accepts, and you hear the door close behind her. Look, Alex, I don't know how involved you were last night, and frankly, I don't want to know. But it doesn't look too good. I've done what I can because I like you, but I promise it will be enough. I can't promise it'll be enough. Just go home for now. There's no work for you until we get a new satellite tower, anyways. At least you can see what you could. You can see what you could almost swear is sympathy in the old man's eyes. Back to normal? Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. See, look, we definitely didn't get... See, look, we didn't get arrested. Time skip. We got another time skip. That's another, like, half a year time skip. It's fine. It's your anniversary. A week away... It could have been just what the doctor ordered for you and Sam. But after speaking to the travel agents, there's no way you can afford it. It's a full year. Yeah, it's been like... That's a big... Oh yeah, it's been like a whole year time skip. We love time... Yay! A lot of time skip. How long is it? 12, 17, that's like... Almost 3 years? It's almost 3 years, right? That's over 3 years. Almost 4 years, even. After speaking to travel agents, there's no way you can afford it. We're too broke, unfortunately. Just because you can't have a holiday doesn't mean you can't make tonight special. You have the day off today, so you could try and make a nice romantic meal for them this evening. Though they did expressly tell you not to bother her this morning. Haha, broke. Yeah, I'm too broke, unfortunately. Think a cheap last-minute gesture... Or you think a cheap last-minute gesture won't change anything? Were their exact words? That'd be nice to have a lovely evening. Get to work, turning out the perfect romantic setting for tonight. Everything according to plan. Sam's gonna love it. You wait for them to arrive. Even had the time to single-handedly clean the entire house, floor to ceiling. It took hours. But Sam will appreciate it. That's all that matters. He's in luck and put the final touches in place. As Sam steps into the hallway, you're waiting to hear You're waiting in the doorway to eat to the kitchen, dressed to the nines and acting as nonchalant as possible. Yeah, damn, my family's dead. Yay! We're broken, my family's dead. Alex? What's all this? Oh my god, did you clean? And what's that smell? They give you a quick kiss as they step past you into the kitchen. And where the banquet is laid out, candles lit. Oh my god, Alex. Happy anniversary, Sam. Sam turns to you, smiling with tears in their eyes. Alex, it's perfect. You give Sam a kiss before pulling out their chair. The house never used to be this quiet. It's only since... Sam interrupts your thoughts, bringing you back to the present. You really didn't have to do this, Alex. I know, I wanted to. I love you, Sam. Love you too, they breathe, admiring the panoply of food you prepared for them. Now, where on earth do I begin? They laugh as you pour the first glass of champagne of the evening. It's not the last. At least you still got each other. Yay! Jeez. 500 day time skip. Okay. A job down. 500 day time skip. Okay. Jeez. So much time skip. Like, so much time skip. Everything's ready. You and Sam have been trying to watch Bullet Man for years, but you missed it in the cinemas and never seemed to be in stock when one of you went to pick up the VHS. Where's the popcorn? Good question. Now you're waiting for to get home so you can start. You hear the front door open as you pull a bowl of popcorn put a bowl of popcorn on the coffee table. Well, ready to go. Get your butt in here. Sam comes in with a big stare, ignoring both film and snacks. What's wrong, Sam? I've just been let go from work. Oh no, there just isn't a need for two nursery. Isn't a need for two nursery teachers anymore. Not enough children. They can't justify the expense. Aww. Aww. No, god damn it, the children! There's not enough children! God damn it. We shouldn't have played that broadcast. We shouldn't have played that musical. The children. We need more children. Find another place. You don't get it. There just isn't that demand for younger year teachers anymore. Not just here, anywhere. I don't know what I'm gonna do. What we're gonna do. Pull Sam to hug. I know things are tough. We'll think of something. Kick them all to oblivion. Well. How, Alex? We're barely scraping by as it is, and now we're gonna have to sell the house. I can't see any other option. We have got too many debts to pay. I mean, we have manageable debt. We'll be fine. See, look, we don't have any kids to take. We don't have anyone else to take care of. It's just us. We have manageable debt. I think we'll be fine. If that's what we have to do, fine. It's only the two of us living here now anyway. I suppose you're right. Oh no, the popcorn, no! The popcorn, no! I hate the idea of losing this place. Think of everything that's happened here, Alex. They fall silent, thinking. Eventually you start the film. Neither of your hearts are in it. Too busy thinking about the future. Still, a house isn't everything. It's the people who make it a home. Home is where the heart is, after all. We moved out of the family home. Not the time skip. 200 days. So much time skip. Okay, that's another broadcast segment. I think. Well, but I'm gonna stop here for today. The sterility. Oh yeah, we got a new tower. 3 years since the uprising. Oh, look, everything. Hold on. No, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna stop here for today.
Good evening. I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Jones. Our main headlines tonight.
Alright, well, anyways, I'm gonna stop here for today. Yeah. We will continue this next week. I'm actually not sure how much more of the game there is. At least of the main game. I know it's still the DLCs and stuff. But, yeah. I'm gonna go now. Thanks for coming out today, guys. Yeah, we'll continue next week. Again, on Thursday, I'm gonna be continuing more Metal. There's not too much left. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna stop here for today. If anyone's interested, on Thursday, I'll be continuing more Metal Gear Solid 2. Anyways, I'm gonna go now. Thanks for coming out, guys. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Bye, guys.